It's the people versus Gary Ewing at Knots Landing in 25 minutes after another selection of people from Europe compete against each other in their determination to be going for gold.
Now let's welcome your host, Henry Kelly. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, welcome again to Going for Gold, our European television quiz program. What a wonderful quiz it is too, because it's the first time ever the contestants from Europe have come together to fight to become quiz champion of Europe. And what a champion that'll be, because over the next 23 weeks, we're going to have contestants from no fewer than 14 countries battling it out for a prize. Well, you've seen today's contestants. Any one of them could be that champion, and if they are, they could win this.
The series winner will fly to Seoul in Korea and spend 2 weeks discovering this fascinating country, enjoying the delights, sights and atmosphere of Southeast Asia's unique culture. An experience to remember, and you'll be there as athletes from all over the world strive to win gold. Accommodation, all meals and tickets to final events and the fabulous closing ceremony are included. A great prize for the series winner of Going for Gold.
Yes. What an absolutely great prize indeed. Well, you've seen today's players. Yesterday, if you were watching us, we started off with 7 players from 7 different countries. Already we have 1 winner who'll go through to the heat finals later on this week. He was Richard Leslie from Scotland. So today that means that we're down to 6 players. We just need 4 to go through to the first round proper. Players, are you ready? Okay, you know the rules, they're simple. The first 4 of you to answer correctly, a question will go through to our first round. Hands on the buzzers, here we go. Who am I? I am a woman born in 1867. I married a French physicist, and together we explored Northern Ireland.
Marie Curie?
Marie Curie is correct. Northern Ireland, you're in the first round. Right. So we've got 1. We need 3 more. Hands on the buzzers. What's my name? I am a popular food that can be bought in restaurants, or I can be made at home. To make me, you first mix dough for the crust, roll it flat, and usually cut it... England.
Bread?
It's not bread, England. Right? Hands on the buzzers again. You roll it flat and usually cut it in a circular form. Then place it on a greased pan and put on such... Austria.
Pizza.
Pizza is correct, Austria. You're in the first round. Very well done. We move on to another question, looking for just 2 more players. They have to come from either Denmark, Sweden, the Netherlands or England. Hands on the buzzers. Who am I? I'm a TV series that began in 1966. I was created, written and produced by Gene Roddenberry, and I won an award for Best Science Fiction Series. Sweden.
No.
You've lost it, Sweden. Hard luck, I'll continue. I was made into a movie in 1979. My stars became pop culture. The Netherlands.
Star Wars.
It is not Star Wars. They probed space in the Starship Enterprise. England.
Star Trek.
Star Trek is the correct answer. Well done, England, and you're in the next round. Very bad luck there, Netherlands, but we must take the answer that's on the card. So our 1 final contestant into the first round today will have to come from either Denmark, Sweden or Netherlands. Whoever answers this question, it will be. What's my name? I'm an animal that lives on the ocean bottom near the shore. Fishermen catch me in cages called pots. I'm found on both the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans and the Mediterranean Sea. I have a hard shell and no backbone. Netherlands.
Shrimp.
It is not a shrimp, the Netherlands. Denmark and Sweden, it's up to you. I have 5 pairs of jointed legs. The 5th pair. Sweden.
It's a lobster.
It's a lobster, Sweden, and you're in the first round. Very well done. So we have our first 4, but hard luck to Denmark and the Netherlands, but we will see you tomorrow. We have our first 4, as I say, they come from Northern Ireland, Austria, England and Sweden. I'm going to join them now because we're all going for gold. Yes, well, there they are, our first 4 contestants into the first round proper. They come from Sweden, they come from England, they come from Austria and from Northern Ireland. Let's find out a little bit more about them. From Sweden, we welcome Ida Britt Winkler. Ida, tell us a bit about yourself. I know you're retired. How do you spend your time now?
Oh, I spend my time embroidering and
Yes.
reading books and doing nothing the whole time.
You're busy doing nothing now.
Yes,
Good.
very busy.
All right, Ida, we hope you have a lot of success in today's program. The best of luck to you. All right. Ian McChesney from England. I know we've seen you before, Ian. Welcome again. Well done. I know you're a sports enthusiast, into squash and everything else. When you're at home, though, and the weather is too bad for that, are you an avid reader? Or
I do read books, yes.
Yes.
I like to read Somerset Maugham, H.E. Bates.
Oh, very good.
Children favourites.
Very sophisticated taste. Excellent. Well, good luck. See how far you get today, Ian. Well done. Welcome again, Hans Mans from Austria, our diplomat, of course, who's travelled the world. Hans, you say that you play a leisurely game of tennis. It isn't a very leisurely game, though, is it?
Well, if you get to my age, it is. I can assure you.
All right, Hans. Well, ours is a happy and leisurely game, and we wish you the very best of luck in it.
Thank you.
And our first successful contestant from Northern Ireland, our first contestant ever from Northern Ireland, and she's a success already, Louise Craig. Welcome and well done. Louise, I know that you're just about to embark on the first rung of a medical career, is that right?
That's right, I'm starting Queen's University Belfast next week.
Queen's University Belfast, said with total pride, wasn't it?
Of course.
Looking forward for the rest of today?
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay, Louise, sláinte. Okay, well done. All right, I tell you what. Now, contestants, in this round, the questions are in categories and they'll be worth 1, 2 or 3 points depending on how you choose. We will always begin with a general knowledge question for 1 point. I am looking for 3 winners, the first 3 of you to score 6 points. We'll go through to the next round. Are you ready? Your hands on the buzzers. General knowledge for 1 point. Before the advent of Mickey Mouse, the most popular cartoon animal was a cat. Ian.
Felix.
Felix the cat. I was going to say who is he, but you told me beforehand. Takes you to 1, Ian. The category is Africa. Select.
2 points.
A 2-point question. Which is the only African country to have the Union Jack on its flag? Hans.
Nigeria.
Is not the right answer. Louise.
Zimbabwe?
It's not Zimbabwe. The answer I was looking for is in fact South Africa. General knowledge for 1-point question. In Roman mythology, Cupid was the son of what? Hans.
Venus.
Venus is correct, Hans. Well answered. Takes you to 1. The category is ancient Greeks. Select, Hans.
3.
A 3-point question. Oh, Hans, you want to get there as quick as you can. With what area of the arts is the ancient Greek Aeschylus most associated? Louise.
Sculpting?
Is not the right answer. Anybody else want to try? Ian.
Writing.
Writing, a guess, I guess, but you were right. Takes you to 4. The category is literary classics. Ian, select.
2 points.
2 points for a win. What ancient Greek legendary figure is credited with hundreds of revealing animal stories known as... Ian.
Aesop.
Aesop. There were fables, and you're in the next round, Ian. Oh, well done, well done. It only took him a few questions. All right, we have 3 of you left. Only 2 more will go into the next round. General knowledge for 1 point. In which area of French culture is the name Georges Auguste Escoffier famous? Hans.
Cooking.
In cooking is correct, Hans. Well done. Takes you to 2. Hans, it takes you to 2. The category is animals. Select.
2.
2. We just double your score. Mute and trumpeter are 2 types of what?
Swan.
Hans, they're swans. Very well interrupted. That's right. Takes you to 4, Hans. The category is Hollywood greats.
2.
Select.
2.
2-point question for a win. Although he was born William Henry Pratt, most people remember this actor by the stage name he used in the 1931 film Frankenstein. What is it? Hans.
Boris Karloff.
Boris Karloff is the correct answer, just in time, and you're in the next round. Well done, Hans. Oh, right, let's look at the score. What scores? Louise and Ida Brett, Sweden and Northern Ireland. You have yet, neither of you scored. Never mind, the first one of you to get 6 will be in the next round. General knowledge for 1 point. What name is shared by both the string of small islands in Florida and the Ivories? Louise.
The Keys.
Keys is correct, Louise. Takes you to 1. Louise, the category is politics. Select.
2, please.
A 2-point question. Which country's prime minister is Andreas Papandreou? Ida Britt.
Greece.
Greece is the correct answer, Ida Britt. Well done. Takes you to 2. Ida Britt, the category is food. Select.
2.
A 2-point question. Haricot is a type of what vegetable? Louise.
Bean.
A bean is correct, Louise. A bean is correct. Takes you to 3. And the category is the church. Louise, select.
3, please.
3. You're going to... Oh, Louise, you're going to go for a win on the church. Supporters of what major religious upheaval in the 16th century came to be known as Protestants? Ida Britt.
Huguenots.
No, that is not the right answer. Too late, Louise. The answer was very simple. It was the Reformation. Oh, Louise, they won't be pleased in Northern Ireland. Never mind, you're on 3. Ida Britt is on 2. General knowledge for 1 mark. Which creature is indicated by the zoological term Pisces? Louise.
Fish.
Fish is correct, Louise. Takes you to 4. Ever closer. The category is geography, Louise. Good on geography?
2, please.
2. Selected 2. What rock formed by the cooling of magma? Louise. No, you're too late, Ida Britt. The most common is the most common plutonic rock of the Earth's crust.
Volcanic.
It is not volcanic. The answer I was looking for is granite. We go back to a general knowledge question for 1 point. What musical instrument was played by both Yehudi Menuhin and Jack? Louise.
Violin.
The violin is correct, Louise. Takes you to 5. Takes you to 5, Louise. The category is measurements. Select.
1, please.
1 point would give you a win. What German physicist gave his name to a thermometer? Louise.
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit did, and you're in the next round. Well done, Louise. It took you a while to get there. Ida Britt, we're very sorry to lose you, but we will see you tomorrow, of course. Thank you very much. And now on Going for Gold, let's get a step even closer to finding today's champion as we play 4 in a row. And now we are ready to go with 4 in a row. This is a solo round for you contestants, and we need 2 winners. Ian, you were the first into this round. There are 4 categories available to you. They are writers, capital cities, military history, and wines and spirits. Ian, which category would you like?
Writers, please, Henry.
Writers. Will you come and join me here for your solo round, please? And I'll explain to you how 4 in a row works. Congratulations, by the way, Ian. You get a little step further each day, don't you?
A bit further, yeah.
Are you still enjoying it?
Oh, yes.
All right, Ian, let me explain to you how it works. You will have 40 seconds to answer correctly 4 in a row. You'll score 1 point for each correct answer, but if you give me a wrong answer, you'll go back down to 0. We'll put 40 seconds on the clock for you now. You'll have that full 40 seconds to answer 4 in a row correctly. Don't worry if you don't make the full 4. We will credit you with your highest score. On writers, are you ready, Ian?
Yes.
Your time starts now. What sex was the novelist George Sand?
Female.
Yes. What was the name of the priest detective created by G.K. Chesterton?
Father Brown.
It was. Which Russian novel won the Nobel Prize in 1958?
Dr. Zhivago.
It did. Name the African mountain that features in the title of a novel by Ernest Hemingway.
Snows of Kilimanjaro.
It is correct, and you scored 4 in a row, Ian. 4 in a row right off. Hans, will you select your category? Capital cities. Capital cities. Hans, will you come and join me here, please, for your solo round? You would have to pick capital cities if they were there, Hans. You must know all the capital cities in the world.
Not all of them.
How many? Can you recall how many you served in, do you think?
Oh, I think 5 or 6.
5 or 6. All right, Hans. We will put 40 seconds on the clock now. You will have all that 40 seconds to answer correctly 4 in a row. Don't worry if you don't score them all. We'll credit you with your highest score. Are you ready, Hans?
Yes.
On capital cities, your time starts now. What former resort city is the capital of Cuba?
Havana.
It is. 2 of which European capital cities' renowned hills are the Palatine and the Capitoline?
Rome.
It is correct. What was the capital of Brazil before Brasilia?
Rio de Janeiro.
What is the capital of Puerto Rico?
San Jose.
No, San Juan. What is the capital of Cyprus?
Nicosia.
It is. Name the so-called Forbidden City of Tibet.
Lhasa.
Is correct. Memphis was the first ancient capital of which
Egypt.
Egypt is correct. Of which West Indian country is Kingston, the capital and chief
Jamaica.
port? Jamaica is correct. And you scored 4 in a row, Hans. Very well done. Whoa! Oh, brother, 2 4 in a row already. Louise, what category do you want?
Wines and spirits.
Wines and spirits, Louise. Come out here, please, Louise, and join me for your solo round. Now, Louise, looking at the score, you might think it's difficult for you. It's a little bit tricky, my dear, but both Ian and Hans have scored 4 in a row. If you score 4 in a row, you still have a good chance because we'd have to go into a tiebreaker, all right? So don't worry. Take your time. We'll put 40 seconds on the clock for you now, and you'll have all that 40 seconds to answer correctly your 4 in a row. Are you ready, Louise?
Yes.
On wines and spirits, your time starts now. What, starting with D, is the process of making whiskey?
Distilling.
It is. What classic beverage is known as bubbly?
Champagne.
It is. What is the name of a dry gin martini containing small pickled onions?
Don't know.
All right, it's a Gibson, Louise. That was hard. What is the name of the town on the west coast of Sicily, which gives its name to a variety of fortified wine?
Ruaya.
No, it's Marsala. What is the common alcoholic ingredient in a Bloody Mary?
Vodka.
Is correct. What sort of spirit is Metaxa?
Whiskey.
No, it's a Greek brandy. Beginning with B, what name is given to a variety of American whiskey? Oh, hard luck, Louise. You ran out of time.
I don't drink
It
whiskey
was a
very
forward.
often.
Well, it's just as well you didn't show too much knowledge on that, Louise. You didn't score 4 in a row. In fact, you just scored 2.
Thank
Hard
you.
luck and well done. All right, then, at the end of 4 in a row, if we look at the scores, we'll discover, in fact, that Louise has scored 2. She doesn't get through to the head-to-head final today, but we'll see you tomorrow, Louise. And with 2 scores of 4 in a row, both perfectly correct, both first time, we're going to ask Ian and Hans to come and join me as they go for gold. Right, here we are. We're down with our final head-to-head round, and you need 9 points to win the game, and here's how it works. I'm going to ask a question that progressively gets easier. You may buzz in only when it's your turn. Now, Ian, you got into this round first, so the first decision is yours. If you decide to start, you'll be able to buzz in when the clock is in the 4 zone. When it gets down to the 3 zone there, it goes to Hans' turn. Then it comes back to you. That 4, 3, 2, 1 then is really a clock. It starts counting down when I start asking the question. Each time the clock moves into a new zone, control passes to the other player. And remember, you may only answer when you have control, and if you're right, you'll score the number of points that are showing. Now, to help you make your decision, Ian, I'll tell you the subject of the first question is famous women. And here's an extra clue for you watching at home. All right, it's decision time for you now, Ian. You can decide to start out in control with the clock in the big 4 zone, or you can force your opponent Hans to start. How do you want to play or pass?
I'll play.
You'll play, Ian. Good luck to you. The clock stops, remember, when you hit the buzzer, and it takes 9 points or more to win. Here we go on famous women. Your time starts now. I was born in Russia in 1901. The date and place of my death is a subject of controversy, many believing I was killed. Ian.
Anastasia.
Anastasia is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Answered in the 4 zone, which means, Hans, that you are now playing what we call catch-up. The subject of the next question is birds, and there's an extra clue for you watching at home. Hans, will you play or pass?
Play.
You will play, Hans. Right, you've 4 to catch up on. Your time starts now. I am a small bird living in Western and Central Europe, often migrating to Africa in winter. I'm about 16 centimetres long with russet brown upper parts and a reddish rump and tail. Ian.
The robin.
It is not the robin, Ian. Hans, you have control, and your time continues now. I am at home deep in woods and hedges, which is why it is unlikely one would ever hear me, as the song suggests, in Berkeley Square. I am famed for my beautiful... Ian.
The nightingale.
It's the nightingale. The nightingale is correct. Ian, you answered that in the 1 zone, giving you 5 points. Hans, you're still playing catch-up. The subject of the next question, astronomy. Here's a clue for you watching at home. I gave you a second to decide, Hans. Will you play or pass?
Play.
You'll play. All right, Hans. I've never known you to pass up on one yet, Hans. All right, on astronomy, your time starts now. I am a planet with an equatorial diameter of 120,000 kilometers, traveling in an elliptical orbit. Although scientists believe me to be a giant ball of gas, I appear to have an inner core of iron and rocky material. Ian.
Jupiter.
Is not the right answer, Ian. Hans, you have control of the game, and your time continues now. I am the 6th closest planet to the Sun and the 2nd largest planet. Hans.
Saturn.
Saturn is the correct answer. Answered in the 2 zone, Hans, which means that you are still playing catch-up. The subject is American literature. Here's an extra clue for you watching at home. Hans, will you play or pass?
Play.
You'll play. Hans, on American literature, your time starts now. I was born in America in 1835 and died in 1910. When I was 11, my father died, and I had to leave school to become a typesetter. I travelled widely in my lifetime, beginning with a fascination for the Mississippi River. Ian.
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain is correct, Ian. Very well done. Ian answered there in the 3 zone, bringing you on to 8. Hans, it means you on 2 are still playing catch-up. The next subject is fauna. Here's a clue for you watching at home. Oh, Hans, will you play or pass?
Play.
You've got to play. He's only
Yes,
1 point away from a win. Hans, on fauna, your time starts now. I am a spider. I make my home in warm climates, such as those in Central and South America. One of my largest kinds grows to almost 7.5 centimeters long. Hans.
It's a tarantula.
It's a tarantula. You're quite right. And you answered it in the 4 zone, which brings you on to 6. It still, however, means that you're still playing catch-up. The next subject is the Bible. Here's a clue for you watching at home. Hans, will you play or pass?
Play.
You will play on the Bible, and your time starts now. I am a region described in the Bible. My name comes from a Sumerian word meaning plain. Chapter 2 of Genesis says that I contain beautiful fruit trees, the tree of life and the tree of knowledge. A river flowed from me and divided into 4 streams. Ian.
Eden.
The Garden of Eden is right, Ian. Well done. You answered it in the 3 zone. It means that you're today's winner. Well done, Ian. Not only are you into the heat final later on this week, but you get this memento of your achievement, which is exclusive to winning contestants on Going for Gold. Very bad luck, Hans, but congratulations, and we will see you tomorrow. Well, with Ian winning today, that means that so far this week we have winners from England and from Scotland. They go into the heat final later on in the week. Join us again tomorrow to see who will join them when we're all going for gold. Bye-bye.
In association with Super Channel and the BBC, Going for Gold is a Reg Grundy production.